Hi, thanks for coming to my channel. My name is Elsie, and you have reached 10 of Cups Tarot, so thank you for coming here. This reading is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Cancer. So if you are brand new and you're here and you've clicked here, thank you so much. And thank you very much for subscribing if you decide to do that, if you're drawn to do that before you go. If you've come here and you've been here before, thank you so much. You're the reason that I'm here, that I continue to do these readings. I am going to pull a card for the overall energy of the read, and then I am going to pull 5 cards for past energy, 5 cards for current energy, and then 10 cards for the future. Let me just cut here. All right. And we have the 5 of Wands. So it looks like we have some turbulent times. Fighting for something. Wanting peace, but going about it the right way, or the wrong way, I should say. The 5 of Wands is about internal struggles. It's about not really knowing what to do next, and just feeling frustrated about it, I think. So it's sort of an internal struggle of should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I. So that's what we're looking at here. We're looking at internal struggles, not really knowing if you can make the decision. It's a little bit of being indecisive, I think. And it's causing frustration. All right. 2, 3, 4. Good. They all fell out. The bottom of the deck here, we have the 3 of Pentacles, which is all about partnership, right? Okay, Cancer. Let me take a look here. I feel like you've been sowing the seeds of intention regarding something. I feel like it could be love. You have been tired, you've been exhausted, and you've been waiting for the seeds of intention to take, waiting for the 8 of Pentacles, which is harvest. I am showing that you've been super patient. You've been super patient, waiting for love. And I think that you have set the intention at the beginning with someone and letting them know how you felt about them. But it looks like you are left juggling. So you're left not really knowing what to do. Not really knowing what their answer is, telling them how you felt about them, but they're really not saying anything. They're being really quiet. They're not saying much. So, yeah, I think that's where we are in the past energies here. All right, let's go to the current energies. 3, 4, and 5. Bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Wands. You are going to be making a decision, or you're left right now at the crossroads of making a decision. And what are you deciding? Let me see here. It seems that whenever I do a Cancer reading, I think what's most on your mind is you're always worried about being deceived. You're always worried about someone taking advantage of you, or you being deceived by someone who you think might be one way, but then all of a sudden you're expecting to find out something bad about them or something. Yeah, I feel like, oh, maybe someone is not, oh, you're not telling someone how you feel. That's what it is. You are not telling someone how you feel about them. You're trying to close a chapter on something else. Something else that you are going to be successful in closing the chapter on. Maybe you are closing the chapter on the deceit. That would be wonderful, because I always see this coming up in your reading about being deceived. So I'm hoping that you're going to put the brakes on that. You're going to have the world close that chapter. No more feelings of deception. Not everybody is going to deceive you or try and, you know, divulge things about you that you don't want divulged. You know, there are people in your life that you should be able to people that you should be able to trust. And I think that one of those people is the High Priestess. So you probably know someone who is very connected to spirit, someone who is always keeping your secrets for you, someone that you talk to and you say, you know, don't tell anybody. And so this person in your life is the person who you go to, and they seem really easy to speak to. They seem really easy to talk to. So that's why you talk to them usually. The Hanged Man is here. You are cooking up something, Cancer, and I don't know what it is, but I do know that you want victory. Now, if I were to be speculating, I would say that there is this High Priestess here, and you're looking directly at her, wondering if she is your person. And I think that you want a victory in how you're feeling about this person, but it still scares you. You're still waiting. You're still waiting for the right time to maybe divulge your feelings to this person. But I see you standing at the crossroads, right? You're standing at the crossroads, the Two of Wands, wondering what to do, wondering if you should bother. All right. Oops. One card that flew. I'll take it. Good. So we're going to look at 4 cards now for the future. 4, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so bottom of the deck, we see the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is sent out by the king to gather information. So the Page of Swords is learning about how to speak up, how to speak their mind, how to, they're gathering knowledge because they want, you know, the person that they're trying to be like is the King of Swords. So they're going to gather as much information as they can, and they're going to give that information to the King of Swords. I do see here more swords, which is interesting because I see, you know, connection and communication, the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, along with the High Priestess, you know, the High Priestess does have all of the skills of all the queens. So they've perfected all the skills of the queens. So the High Priestess is someone who is very good at speaking. She's a speaker, and the Queen of Swords is someone who usually speaks up, someone who tells people like it is. She is kind, but she is very honest, and sometimes that can, you know, result in people being offended. I think there's something here that you're trying not to see. You might as well take off the blindfold. It's coming at you anyway. But I feel like there's something here that you're ignoring, that you're trying not to see. I think you're still fighting for something coming back from the past. So something is being resurrected. A relationship was resurrected. And you are going to fight for that relationship. I feel like it could be a hollow victory, though, just because, you know, this guy's kind of, he's a bit smirkish, if that's a word. He's a guy who chit-chats, how can I say? He's a guy who will take the victory regardless of how it comes to him. So this really is a fighting spirit, and I feel like there is someone that has come from your past, someone who, a relationship's been resurrected or something like that, and you are willing to fight for that, to see if it's going to work for you. All right, let's go 3 more cards for the future. This person is single. So your person is single. I do see the Knight of Cups here, and the Knight of Cups is someone who's bringing in love, someone who's bringing in words of love. It's also someone who's emotionally available, someone who is very deep, feels things very deeply. So they also hurt very deeply. So I have a feeling that this person could have been the person I feel like you could have been hurt in the past, and hurt in the past by someone you felt was good for you, someone who was emotionally available. I feel like this was your wish, and you felt that that person may be emotionally available, but perhaps they just were not. I feel like the Nine of Cups is there to say that this was your wish, and that person probably was a water sign, either Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, like Cancer like you, or Pisces. So I feel like that person was also a water sign, but I feel like you thought that that was your wish come true, but I think it ended up not being. I do see the Lovers on the bottom of the deck here, and I also see that the sun is shining on that. So you are heading into making a decision about someone. Well, you're at the crossroads about making a decision about someone, but it's going to be easy to make that decision because the sun is shining on everything. It's all about growth, right? So this relationship will grow, and it is all about growth, and you don't have to have all the answers right now. You know, you just don't. Oh, the Chariot, you showed up to your reading. Good job. There you go. So the Chariot is, to me, it's about a vehicle that moves really quick. It's about time that moves very fast. It's also, as a reader, it's about strength for me, because the person who is holding onto those reins has to be the strongest person in that cart. The person, you know, these chariots were used to take the most valuable fighter out to the fields whenever there was a fight going on, and if this person lost control, then, you know, everybody died. But I feel like things are moving quickly toward this relationship. The thing is that the Chariot is major arcana, and so is the sun. So, you know, the sun is shining on you, Cancer, about this relationship. There are things here that are major arcana. You are closing a chapter, and there's no way that you're not, because that is a major arcana card. That's really all you have for major arcana, I think. Yep, that's it. So these are the things you can't change. The sun's going to shine on you regardless, whether or not you decide that you are taking this relationship that's coming towards you quickly. And also you are going to be closing an old chapter, so you can open a new chapter for your person. All right, so I do have my Spirit Animal Oracle cards here, so I'm just going to pull a couple of those for you. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter until the 15th of March, please. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus until the 15th of March. There's one more, please. There we go. What have we got here? The Stag Spirit, take the lead. And you know you are large and in charge, Cancer. You might as well take the lead, because if you don't, it's going to end up in your hands anyway. You're the person that's in charge. Any Cancer I know is large and in charge. So you might as well go ahead and take the lead on it. Anything that you want to happen, if this is a relationship that we're talking about, then you need to take the lead in order for it to work out the way you want it to work out. You've got a card, also the Lizard Spirit, which says, dream the world into being. It's all about being connected to spirit. It's all about the Magician. It's all about you connecting to spirit and you asking the questions. It's you acting as though you already have the things that you want. It's your manifestation. I feel really excited for your summer for some reason, and I don't know why. Summer is coming. I know for some of you summer is all year round, but for those of you who are changing into the season of summer from winter, I think this is going to be a really cool summer for you. So dream the world into being. Anything that you want to do, you can do anything that you want to do. You're a Cancer. You are so tightly connected to spirit, whether you know it or not. You are. You feel vibrations, you feel other people's vibrations, and you just are headstrong. You can do what you want. So take the lead and dream the world into being. Do whatever you want. All right, Cancer, that's all I have for you today. I am going to ask you to leave me some comments if this did resonate with you. I just want to remind you that I am having a sale on my 1 hour and 30-minute readings this month. Read down below, you'll see the discounts. And if you had a reading with me in 2019, that was a $60 reading. That is your static price. If you did not have a reading with me in 2019, you are subject to the new prices. All right, I'm gonna go. I hope it all works out the way you hope it will. Bye, Cancer.